Good morning, Crafties. You can see behind me, that's my garage. I'm home. Today, I'm taking my friend Wendy over to the coast. She's from Canada and she's not seen the California coast, especially Fort Bragg and Mendocino. So I'm going to take some video with her. So I'm going to go pick her up. Here we go. Today is February the 6th, 2025. Off and we go. Camera, it does record forward and backward. So you say, hi, this is Wendy.
Hello.
We're going on an adventure.
Road trip. Dogs get to come too.
Yes. Bernie and Oscar are in the back seat. Snicker stayed home with his daddy. Hello, Crafties. Wendy and I are at the Mendocino Headlands State Park looking out at the beautiful ocean. Let me show you. Here we are. We're at the arch. And Wendy's looking at the arch. She loves it. It's the first time she's seen this part of the coastline. Look at the top of that arch. There's guys fishing up there. Look at that. They haven't caught anything yet. And I sure hope they don't fall in. They're on top of the arch, fishing. There's a guy walking out closer to the edge. No, thank you. Wouldn't want to do that. I would like to see him catch a fish, but I'm not going to stand here all day and wait. It's unlikely they're going to catch anything down in that foam. Well, even if they caught a fish, they'd have to drag it up, and it would probably break their line or get caught in the rocks or something. Well, good luck, guys. Fishermen. Looks like they're coming back. Let's see if I can talk to them. To my surprise, which is terrible, there are two ladies that were out there on that arch. What is your name?
Marika. We're from Vallejo.
From Vallejo.
Yeah.
So you're the east, down in the east, closer to the bay, and you are?
Olivia.
Olivia. Do you come and fish here often?
Once or twice a year.
Okay. Have you fished beyond top of that arch before?
Yeah.
Have you caught fish there before?
Ma'am.
Wow. Mostly cod?
Cabezon.
Okay.
Perch.
Okay.
Yeah. Not the big league cod yet. So.
Yeah. Well, they're kind of out there in the deeper water, aren't they?
I think you're right here.
Yeah, I like to fish too. And you're just using these little streamers?
Yeah, she's got the little basic setup there.
The little basic set of streamer? Yeah.
I was fishing with the same thing when I popped on.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, thank you so much for letting me talk to you. I love to fish too. But, you know, I'm a little older and I have total knees, so I don't climb things anymore. I'll go on a boat.
Totally understand. Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck to you ladies, and thank you again. Stay crafty. Some more of the beautiful Mendocino coast. This is whale migration time, and there might be whales out there. It would be hard to see on the camera, bit, if you happen to see a spout, that's a whale. You can now become a member of the Crafty Traveler channel. There are 3 levels, and each level has its own perks and gifts. I want to thank my channel members, Sherry, Rita, and Desert Adventures in Arizona. Thank you for supporting my channel. After leaving the Headlands State Park in Mendocino, we travel south. We are headed south on Highway 1 along the Navarro River, crossing the Navaro Bridge, and heading to Navarro State Park, which is just south of the bridge. Although this park has been here forever, I have never been down this road, and it's quite bumpy with lots of potholes, and there is a campground at the end of it. It's been just recently named Navarro State Park. The state took it over because people were abusing the area and the beach. I'm scouting this out for a future camping site with my Mendocino lady glampers. So let's go check it out. As you come into the park, there's an interpretive center, Navarro by the Sea, established 1865, Captain Fletcher's Inn. And you can see there are storyboards here, and I'm going to walk around and check out the storyboards. That's a beautiful old inn. They've kept it up very nice. Doesn't look like it's open. Nobody's in there right now. Maybe different times of the week. Today is a Thursday, but they're not open. Look at the beautiful daffodils that are sprouting up all over the place. Navarro River Estuary Natural Forces at Work. Navarro River was a place where they floated down the logs to the ocean to load them up onto barges and ships to ship them down to the city, to the San Francisco area. But with floods and rains and natural forces, it started to decline. The economic recession of the 1890s and a series of natural events, including fires, floods, and even the 1906 earthquake in San Francisco, took a heavy toll on the town. Eventually, only the inn and the mill house survived. Even the town's name was taken in 1923 when Wendling, located about 14 miles east, was named Navaro. Remnants of the original town are scattered in the surrounding area, and pilings from old piers and railroad on the north bank are visible if you look carefully. This one talks about the Navarro River watershed, the largest coastal basin in Mendocino County, approximately 315 square miles in size. In the North Fork, Navarro was located more inland, and we are here at the beach. We're not going to go into Navarro town, and I know the Philo and Boonville towns are still there, and then the road goes down and eventually can take off to on Highway 128, takes off to Ukiah and Cloverdale, and talks about the river's watershed. Species vulnerability in the estuary and watershed, talks about the different wildlife that live here, and the fish. Andromeda's fish hatch in freshwater, migrate to the ocean, mature, then return to fresh water to spawn next generation. And around here, that's the salmon. Now we're leaving the interpretive center and headed down the road close to the beach and the campground. Let's see what it looks like. As we enter into the campground, you can see one rig there, and that's a larger space, kind of a pull-through. You can see all the puddles, and I have to drive around carefully as to not go into a deeper pothole puddle. And we're getting close. There's the camping area, picnic tables on the left. I think there is a total of 12 different picnic tables and fire pits. And as we drive towards the end, we come to the restrooms. Come to a sign. Of course, it says no fires on the beach. You have to have fires in the fire pits at the campsites. They have emergency numbers. Seashore Supermarket. Food and tools and money. I'm not sure what that is. Camping and hiking in mountain lion habitat. Whale watching. And this is the time of year that the whales are migrating. Don't feed the animals. That's normal. Dogs must be on the leash at all times. Your dog is not permitted on park trails, but they can go on this beach. Okay, disabled have discount. Senior discount must be 62 or over. No pass required. $2 off the campsite. $1 off day use. Okay. I think the sites are $35, so you subtract $2 for us seniors and it's $33. Navarro State Beach, south of Mendocino, about half an hour. This is a camping area that I hope to come and camp at this year, so stay tuned for those videos. Isn't it gorgeous today? Look at that spray over there. There's crashing against the rocks. Yeah, you don't want to swim there unless you got a wetsuit. When the waves are up, there are surfers. But no, I don't see any today. Here's the restroom at Navarro State Beach. They also have 3 privies out here. Let's see what they look like. Well, they're kind of normal pit toilets. Let's see what this is. This is probably the bathroom, but if you're crowded, you got to use the privy. The door's open. I bet you this is not functional. No, it is functional. This is for handicap. This is the handicap pit toilet, where the others are not handicap. That's the difference. And to get into the handicap pit toilet, you've got a walkway. This is kind of a tight turn right here with sand for a wheelchair, but you could do it. There's Wendy and her 2 little dogs, Bernie and Oscar, right? Cutie pies. We brought them along because I didn't want them to stay in her RV while we were out for the day. Of course, Snickers stays home with his dad. There's even a camp table over there. I guess you could walk in and pitch your tent there. There's all this driftwood around. It's gorgeous.
Fun, right?
Yeah. All the driftwood around. You could collect the driftwood. I haven't seen a sign that says you can't, but I haven't seen all the signs yet. So if I see a sign that says you cannot collect driftwood, I will let you know. You know, the dogs are still on a leash. We're just letting them run a little bit. There's nobody else around. Oh, look at those rocks down there. This is the first time I've been to this beach. I've driven past it many times. There goes Bernie after the stick. Where's Ozzy?
Behind you.
Oh, okay. Bernie, bring me the stick. Get the stick. Give me the stick. Come on. Come here, Bernie. Bernie's a friendly one. Ozzy's not so friendly. Ozzy. Hey, Ozzy. How's a good boy? How's a good boy? He doesn't chase the stick? Not so much.
Seldom.
Get that stick, Bernie.
He plays with toys, though.
The stick is bigger than you. I'll do a 360. That's the road that we came in on. And we're parked over there by the restroom. And then the road over there on the hill is where we came down on the road. And that's Highway 1. And there's some houses up here. Multi-million-dollar houses. And then you come down to the beach, to those beautiful rocks and the ocean. The weather couldn't be more perfect. Wendy has her jacket on, but I just have a sweatshirt on. And the sun is glorious. And there's more rock and crashing waves. And then as we come back around, you come up to the cliffs again. And at the top of this cliff is a house. Look at that house. Beautiful. Looks like Wendy's headed back, so I'm going to head back too. There are the campsites. There is nobody here camping. There are a couple vehicles around the corner, but I think they're just here for the day. That looks like there's about 8 campsites. This would be a good time to come in March when nobody's here. Well, I'm taking Wendy into the Sea Pal Cove restaurant, one of my favorite places in Fort Bragg, California.
Are you filming yourself?
That is so good. My favorite. Prawns and fries at Sea Cove Sea Pal restaurant in Fort Bragg, California. You gotta do it. So good. Well, Crafties, I'm home. I'm back home. I dropped Wendy off at the RV park where she's staying for these next days. And we had a wonderful time on the coast. She thought the Mendocino coast was absolutely gorgeous. It was a beautiful day with wonderful sunshine. It was a little chilly. I was fine in my sweatshirt. She did wear her jacket. Her 2 little dogs took the trip just fine. They didn't get sick or anything on Highway 20, which is quite a curvy, windy road. We went down to the Navarro State Park Campground and checked that out. I wanted to look at it because I think my lady glampers and I are going to go down there sometime and actually camp out there. So that was interesting. If you like this video, I'm entitling Wendy's Day on the Coast, and included Navarro Beach Campground, give me a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay crafty, smart, creative, and safe when going to the Mendocino coast and looking at Navarro Beach State Park. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate all my viewers and subscribers.